Hey everyone, it's Allie with Allie Borba Photography, and today I wanted to talk about flipping and mirroring your backgrounds. So I know that I talked about it at the walk that we did on the 28th, I think it was, or something. I think it's one of those dates, I'm not sure. But the maternity walk we did, and I was talking about flipping backgrounds, and I know a couple of people were wondering what I was talking about. So I figured I would just do a tutorial so that it was easier to follow. Um, so this is my straight out of camera shot. I loved the right side of this just because of where the trees were facing and how I was. I should have moved myself to the left and back more. And angled it differently so that the trees were um, the same, so that they were in the middle versus more off to the left. And that's my own fault. So what I did was I tried to fix that by mirroring the background and making them the same kind of um, distance behind. And I liked it a lot better than just editing it like this. So this was my final. It was a little bit different. You know, they're still off to the side, off to the left side, but the trees are a little bit more, they're mirrored, they're symmetrical. They make me feel better about the picture um, as opposed to that. So I preferred this option better. I liked it better, and so that's why I did it. So basically what I did is I exported into Photoshop. Um, see if I can figure that out. There we go. I exported into Photoshop, and basically what I did was I made a new layer. So with your shortcut options, I don't prefer to, go up here and do like layer, new, that's too much work, or duplicate layer. So I just Control J to make a duplicate layer. You can name it if you want. I never do, just because, yeah, I don't have time for that. And basically what you'll do is you'll go to Edit, Transform, and Flip Horizontal. And then usually what I'll do is I will lower the opacity of the top layer and try and fit into where I want my trees. And then after that's done, we can flip it. So flipping a, not flip it necessarily, but you want to create a layer mask so that you're painting it on. So what I do to invert my layer mask is I'll hold the Alt button and I'll go to my layer mask option right here, and that'll make it black. It'll flip it back to normal so that the black is concealing everything. So you can't see what we just did. You can't see that we flipped and mirrored the image because the black layer mask is now over it. So in order to bring out what is underneath the black layer mask, you can use your white brush. So the saying goes is that white reveals and black conceals. So with our white brush, we're going to reveal what is behind our black layer mask. And so that's just as simple as brushing it on like so. And obviously this kind of area is going to overlap. So what I would do is bring it in closer to about there. Let's see. And I can always stretch it a bit. And then in order to conceal all the, bits and pieces that we don't need showing, we can go back with our black brush and that'll conceal them up again. So we want to make sure that our chair is nice and, it's not all ugly and covered with stuff underneath the black layer mask. So we're going to make sure we, just like when you're masking off anything, So around his hat and etc. because, it gets a little bit foggy sometimes when you overdo it. So there, you make it nice and clean in all the areas. You use this like a lower opacity brush along the edges if you'd like. So basically that. And then what I did was, I flattened it, which I have my own flatten shortcut. So I flattened it, I lowered it down a bit, brought it up a smidge. And then what I did was I went in and I cloned these areas that are a little bit different, are a little bit different color. So you can do that by hitting Control J. I hope that this isn't going so fast. You can always stop it, but what I did is I kind of just went in and I cloned in the areas that are different colors from flipping it on this side. So I just cloned around the bag a little bit and just try to make it seamless, and then I edited it. And yeah, so I hope that helps you in terms of learning how to mirror backgrounds. I mirror backgrounds a lot of the time just because, oh, look and see, like I messed up. Oops, this part right here, you can still see the tree. So you just clone it out. And anyway, I mirror backgrounds a lot just because I like the symmetrical feel of things sometimes. Sometimes I don't, but a lot of the times I do. I just prefer it that way. I think it makes it feel more complete than if it wasn't, symmetrical. But I hope you learned something. Basically all I did is I just cloned and then I erased along the edges like so. So I won't get nitty gritty into it, but you get the gist. That was just to hide the little Orby ball. Again, with the layer mask, go back to black conceals it, or I lie. I have it on my white layer mask, and so with my black, if I go to black, it's going to conceal what I did. With my white, oops, it's going to reveal, the white that I did. So yeah, and I just took out the little Orby thing because I thought it was distracting. It's basically some giant barn out in the distance that light reflects off of. So yeah, so I just cloned it just like that, and I won't get into the rest of it, but basically that's it. That's all I wanted to teach you, and I hope that you're having a fun day, and yeah, so anyway, have a good day. I will talk to you later. Bye.